Yo guys, it's your boy, LOZA. Today we're looking at replays all from gold through to gold still. That's right, the season reset on the ladder. I'm down to gold. I'm trying to work my way back up, but you can see I kind of go win-loss, so not making much progress, but I had a bunch of awesome duels along the way. What better way to promote Dark Magician than to show you me getting fucking destroyed and me sometimes winning. So here we go. We're getting into the first replay. I forgot a lot of these. This hand looks not that great. I'm not liking where this is going. Yeah, it's a bit of a set and pass kind of hand. Skill Drain and Soul Servant set. You do hate to see it. Oh great, we're versing Zeus.deck. Oh, and Duster. Well then. Now if you see I've got the big ball in my hand, the large rock. The Caveman Unga Bunga, the Pokemon Arceus Mud Ball, if you will. Now, most Zeus players, or Zodiac players as they like to call themselves, you'll notice they summon too many times. They want to make 4 material Zeus. And that's fair enough if you have Eagle Booster in the hand. If you do not, you should only make 2 to 3 material Zeus. You should make whichever Zeus doesn't make you go over 5 summons. So anyway, also, he summoned in attack mode. That's also incorrect. You want to summon it in defense just to play around Lightning Storm. But anyway, this guy may be new to playing Zeus.deck, summons it in attack, and I throw the rock at him. He is just a small Pokemon, and I chuck the Mud Ball at this lad. And now we have to out the token. Luckily, we stack Magician Souls, and we have Circle. They are the perfect cards to out this. So we love to see it. We found Bond off Circle, which is super random, and we would love to take that. And unfortunately, he's got the Max Seed. Super annoying. Everyone online has Max Seed. Do you guys find that? I find every time I'm dueling, I'll be like, oh, Magician Soul's Max Seed. I'm like, bruh, that's probably the only special I'm doing. It's still annoying. It's like, I want to draw cards. I will eventually craft myself 3 Upstart and 3 Max C. Just don't quite have the resources to do that yet. So I'm under Max C, but I go for Bond anyway, and he ashes it, and I'm like, you would have got to draw, like, what? You put me under Max C, and then you ash, like, you went neg 2. I don't understand, guys. Look at his hand. His hand is 2 cards. Does that look like the hand of someone who just used Max C? I don't think it should be that small. But anyway, he's got Dino Wrestler, Pankratops, and that's a very good card. I'm not quite sure whether to flip Imperm yet, so I just don't. I just let Dark Magician die, because I'm like, I think that's fine. You can see I'm very close to hitting him for game. And there's Magician Souls off the top, that's perfect. So I'm going to flip the Imperm now. He has to chain Pankratops to kill the Nibiru. That is fine. You can see what we're going to do from here. We are going to use Magician Souls, summon out Dark Magician, and just swing for game. Oh yeah. It looked like the game was done, didn't it? Even I thought the game was done. This man has freaking Gamma. So alas, we play another turn. I draw a circle into a Soul Servant. That's actually very useful. Soul Servant, stack Mahard. Damn right, baby. I've slapped Mahard in my list. Kudos to everyone who's playing it. I just went, screw it, let's play Mahard. It's a fun anime card. It's Master Duel. We don't have Dragoon. Whatever, this is a funny card. It can get us draw 3 with Soul Servant. Let's do it. He drew off Max C. Clearly didn't draw Battle Fader or Swift Scarecrow. Punch him with Mahard Star for game. You love to see it. Second replay. We've got, once again, a not that great hand. But we're playing second, so it might get fixed. Yes, Foolish Burial. Dinosaurs. I'm going to hit fast forward, because dinosaurs are going to do dinosaur things, and no one wants to see that. So I ash the Misk, which is the correct play. He set some passes, which shows me that he's kind of bricked. Unfortunately, our hand is just trash. Look at it. It's just all Dark Magician trash. See, when people tell me they play more Dark Magician spell traps in their list, and it makes their circle, like, always hit. They're like, guys, my circle always hits. I'm just better than you Dark Magician players. I don't play generic hand traps or disruption. I just play Dark Magician spell traps. This is what you fucking add off circle. This fucking garbage. So don't come to me and tell me, I play Dark Magic Curtain. I play Thousand Knives. Shut the fuck up. No one plays those cards. They don't help the deck in any way. They're dog shit. You're living in like 2006. Get the fuck out. We're trying to play modern Dark Magician. I know it's Master Duel. It's not quite modern, but it's as close as we can get without Dragoon. Anyway, This is a reason why I don't like these cards. I'm playing them anyway because you kind of have to. Anyhow, after my big Dark Magician rant, this man top decks Soul Leading Oviraptor. Must be nice. So we're going to keep the fast forward going because we ain't playing anytime soon. Lost World is going to give us a token, which means our one interruption, we had Circle, Eternal Soul, Summon, Dark Magician, that's gone. That's off the table. We cannot target. This token on our field from Lost World means we are not allowed to target anything except the token. And Circle doesn't care for that. It doesn't want to do that. So we are stuck. And unfortunately, he's going to make Nightmare Phoenix, pop the Eternal Soul before he outs the token. So we literally just have to sit here and watch ourselves get beaten down by a giant dinosaur dingus. I don't quite have the IQ required to play Dinosaur. That's a lie. I played Dinosaur Dragoon on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega ladder to get to Platinum. But anyway, the point is, I'm not as big brain as this man. I get Unga Bunga caveman for game here. You hate to see it. You really do. Yo, this hand looks kind of nutty. It's not the best, but it's got one monster in Kaiser Coliseum and skill tree. It's very funny. Opponent no play game. We like. Yeah, Ashing Circle instead of Apprentice. You know, Master Duel just has the smartest players. You'll love to see it. I'm going to hit that fast forward. So we're versing Cyber Dragon, unfortunately, so the Kaiser Coliseum and the Skill Drain don't really do anything. He Monster Reborns My Apprentice, and he's playing Cyber Valley, which is super weird, and I think I misplay by skill draining here. So basically, for those of you who don't know, Cyber Valley is trying to use the effect, target one face-up monster you control, and this card banish both of those targets, draw 2. No one should play this in Cyber Dragon, by the way. This is absolutely just garbage. You're an OTK deck. Why the fuck? It is like a control card. Don't play this. Anyway, what's wild is he was going to banish my Apprentice to get a draw 2. And I should have let that happen, but I flipped Skill Drain because I'm a monkey. And I monkey flipped too early. So then he's just going to link into Sieger. I'm going to draw Torrential and think that actually matters. No, guys, it doesn't. So I summon Apprentice here to hope that he normal summons or summons something to try get over the Apprentice, hit me for game. Unfortunately, he just has droplets, so he doesn't even have to play into the Torrential. You hate to see it. I do be losing on the ladder. Big sad. This hand has Kaiser and Apprentice again, and we do like to see those cards because one of them means we have Dark Magician, and we've got Salvation, which means we have Eternal Soul, and we've got Soul Servant, which means we essentially have Circle or anything else we may need later. So this should be a activate Kaiser Coliseum, set Soul Servant, and it is. That's pretty nice, except if we get dusted, then we're crying in the club. So please do not dust me. Oh yeah, we're versing Numeron, which is hilarious because he can't summon 4 because of Kaiser Coliseum. So because he can't summon 4, he just has to summon the gate number 1, which means he can go into Sunya. Sunya business, buddy. Sunya's going to come out and banish all monsters on the field, and then like when it comes back, it burns for the number of Xyz that are banished. But there's no Xyz banished, so I don't burn. Anyway, I'm going to Eternal Soul out Dark Magician here. And we're going to start our turn with a beautiful top deck of Rod. How did we know we were going to draw it, guys? I don't know. Maybe that card called Soul Servant. Unfortunately, he's got the Gamma, which I should have known. I've played a lot of Numeron, and Gamma is insane in this deck. For those who don't know, you can activate Numeron Network, and if they hand trap you, you can chain the Gamma, and then you've got the Numerons plus the Gammas going into Omega, and that just gives you game like 5 ways. It's absolutely incredible. We are going to link away Dark Magician 40, Link Spider. We are going to see the Driver and Gamma get banished. We love to see it. Here comes Sunya, which is actually fine. Here's the big problem with the Numerons. Sunya coming back means he controls a monster, which means he can't use Network, which is like, Network's so much better than Sunya, so he's just stuck now with Sunya. He Memories of Hope for 1. I have never seen this card not draw 4. Basically, in Numeron, you summon all 4, you play this, you draw 4. It's at 2 on the ban list. That's how bad Konami thinks, or that's how good Konami thinks this card is. It's a brick half the time, and they still put it to 2. That's just helping people not brick on. Thanks, Konami, for the tip. So anyway, this man tried to draw 4, could only draw 1. He's looking for the out to Kaiser. He can't find it, so he's swinging into Spider. And I'm just going to go, cool, Eternal Soul. He's set a card, which is really weird. What could it be? I wasn't quite sure. I thought maybe Wall, but there's no reason to set Wall. We draw Bond for turn, which is actually quite insane. Sometimes this card's completely bricky and dead. Sometimes this card's absolutely nutty. We're going to summon DMG and set the Burning Magic. So you can see we've got like a lot of stuff going on here. Soul Servant now draws us 2 cards. We're going to put my heart in the bin with Magician Soul. So next time we Soul Servant, it'll be for 3 cards. We're going to go into Selene. This is one of the cooler plays that I like. Just summoning access code of Selene. It's really good. Just helps out boards. Give us a little bit of presence while slimming my Dark Magician board down to just access code. Oh, it's going to have another card as well. But we're trying to play around the Kaiser Coliseum a little bit. You know, we want to work with it so our opponent can't get to many Numerons. If he gets 4 Numerons out, we're probably fucking dead. That is how the deck works. So here we are, summoning the big boy, the access code. For those who don't know, this is just going to banish a bunch of links from my grave and just pop cards for each one I banish. So there goes Link Spider by Network. There goes Imdok by Sonya. There goes Selene, and that will be the Planet Pathfinder. Then we're able to swing for just a little bit short of lethal. But he also has the Numeron Wall, which ends the battle phase, which is fine. I'm actually going to pop... Now that looks like a questionable play, right? That's a way you can out skill drain as well, by the way. You can go access code targeting itself to banish, and then you can out skill drain, so that's really cool. But what I did here was I outed the wall because wall has an effect on the field. If you have no other cards, which he didn't, he just had wall, you can tribute it and activate network from deck. And then, you know, network gets him into all the Numerons, and that means I die. So, it's actually better against Numerons to have an open board because they can only do 4k on an open board. If there's a monster on your field, they can attack it and keep boosting and then swing for game. So against Numerons, you either want to have like a board of 5 or a board of 0. That's normally what you want. You can get away with like a really weak monster because they'll attack it, they'll boost to 2k, but that monster will die and then they'll just hit you for the remainder of the 6k. And that's normally fine. But yeah, ideally you just have no monsters or too many monsters for them to, you know, hit you very hard. Or like everything in defense mode. Numerons are really actually cheeky for ladder decks. It's a really good ladder deck if you want to play something that just gets cheap wins on ladder. Play Numeron, play a Neos engine. That's Rainbow Neos with Neos Fusion and Gammas. Absolutely amazing. I can give you a list. I got one on my channel. Anyway, bit off topic there, but I love Numeron. So yeah, the reason we do that is so he can't get back into the Numeron wall, into Numeron network, into OTKing me. Obviously, Kaiser Coliseum's still up, but we're just playing around the fact that he might draw Twins, he might draw Lightning Storm, he might draw Duster, you know. We don't know what he might draw. We need to play around potential problems. And Numeron Network, obviously, is the main, you know, threat here. We know he's playing it. We've also got Ash, we've also got Nibiru, but it's just good to be safe. And I don't really care about access code that much. He's barely got any life points left. We've got Dark Magician engraved with Eternal Soul and Salvation and Dark Burning Magic. Like, I'm happy to get rid of access code now. Anyway, on with the vid. That was a big rant. And of course he scoops, so we love to see it. We really do. Alright, let's check this hand out. Wow, Skill Drain, Rod, Nibiru. It's looking pretty safe. Ah, we get Imperm though. Yeah, I hate to see it. Well, this looks like a Link Away Rod for Artemis. Set Skill Drain, pass. That's going to be my guess. Looks about right. See, when you have Imperm and Skill Drain, you just want to set the Skill Drain and keep the Imperm in case they out the Skill Drain, you know? And you might think, oh, but you have Artemis on field. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You know at some point I'm going to flip that Skill Drain and tribute the Artemis for Rod, and then Imperm's free. Alright, so Dragonmaids. This deck is very good, actually. If you've never versed Dragonmaid, I would suggest just finding someone who knows how to play it. Learning how to beat this deck is pretty important, and I honestly can't tell you the secret to beating it. It's just, they've got a really good fusion spell, they've got 2 good fusions, and one's a negate, an Omni negate on 3,500 attack, and goes into the next one, like... And Tidying. They have an amazing trap, Tidying. This deck is, like, legitimately a couple of cards off being, like, really meta-relevant, I want to say. Or at least very high rogue, like, relevant. Kind of the same as Dark Magician, I want to say. Like, when we got Illusion of Chaos and that, like... We're, like, a couple of cards away from being super good, if Dragoon stays unbanned, you know? Alright. So we're gonna see here it is, the fusion spell. I really like this fusion spell. Dragonmaid Changeover. People always say, oh, you whinge about Secrets of Dark Magic, it's really good. No, this is a good fusion spell, guys. Read this card. You fusion summon, and then when this card's engraved, target a Dragonmaid, put it back to hand, add this back to your hand. That's freaking incredible. It synergizes with the whole archetype and you get it back. It's just perfect. And that's what I'm talking about. We need a fusion spell that works for our deck. And you know what our deck needs? Our fusion spell that puts bricks in the grave. Puts our Mana, Mahar, Dark Magician Girl. Put them all in the bin for us and summon a big boy. That's what we want. Red Eyes Fusion for DM. Let's go, baby. Anyway, I'm going to hit fast forward because you're going to see me just get absolutely trounced here. I'm going to try attack into this. I don't know how to say it. Yugioh? And I'm going to use Apprentice to try bait the negate or force it to be destroyed, which he will negate. Out comes House. And this tags out in the end of battle phase and it kills Rod anyway. So we're looking really grim here. Skill Drain's not going to do a lot here because he's just going to hit me for game. So yeah, you can see where this game's going. It's over. I flipped Skill Drain to see if he'll like use the Omni Negate. I'm trying to like get to Nibiru being useful, but it's just not going to happen. Dragonmaid, very good deck. Shoutouts to Nolan TCG. Interesting hand. Interesting hand. I guess I make the Dark Magicians with this hand. But I think I get Max Seed. No, I don't. No, I just make the Dark Magicians. If you are going to get Max Seed, you can just set the secrets and do it on their turn. So it's kind of fine. Magicalized Fusion in the hand here is super weird, but we'll see how it goes. We've got Torrential. It's not the ideal trap to have with the Dark Magicians. You normally just want something you can flip generically. Oh, we're versing Pen Magician. That's a free draw. Nope, Ash Blossom. Bro, every time I use this card, I get ashed, I swear. It's so grim. It's like, bro, I used like 3 cards to get here. Just let me reoccur some of that hand, please. And they're just like, no. You hate to see it. You really do. We don't have Rod in grave. I hate Dark Magician games where Rod is not in the grave. It feels like you're behind on resources. It's like when you play Invoked and you don't have Alistair. Like, Alistair recycles itself and sets everything up. Rod is kind of the same in our deck. Not quite as good. But I mean, if Rod can get Soul Servant and there's lots of bricks in the grave, you get lots of draws. So, it could be as good as Alistair, but it's kind of got that potential, you know. Like, Alistair's skill ceiling is like here, right? Alistair starts here and ends here. Whereas Magician's Rod starts down here, like very bad, but it can go way higher than Alistair. That's only considering, you know, adding Soul Servant and drawing 3 to 4 cards. That's in a perfect world where that would happen. But, you know, the potential is here. The skill ceiling of Rod is higher than Alistair. I am willing to say that. Alistair's generically way better. Maybe Alistair's more like this and Rod's more like this. But most of the time it's down low. But anyway, I don't even know if you can see my hands, but that's alright. So I haven't really been talking about the game, but that's alright. I'm just going to get beaten over by a bunch of pens, and it's really grim. I'm going to use Magicalized Fusion to summon Quintet. Unfortunately, I don't have enough different name spellcasters to blow the field. That effect isn't going to activate. I'm just going to use it to summon the big 45 beat stick and hope he doesn't have an out. But I got some bad news, guys. He does have an out, and it's a card that they shouldn't even be playing. It's really weird. So goodbye Torrential. Harmonizing summons this little dude, and I've never read or seen this card before, but it does say, once per turn, you can target a monster on the field, banish both it and this card till the end phase or something. Now, obviously, that one was someone of Harmonizing, and it can't be used, but he added one to his hand as well of something. I don't know how something let him add it from deck to hand, so he added another one to hand. He hasn't normal summoned as far as I'm aware. Maybe I missed that. But he could just normal it, use the effect, banish Quintet, hit me for game. So this game should just be over. So that's another reason I'm not really going to talk about this game much. I just kind of versed a bad player, and I lost anyway. You do freaking hate to see it. Unfortunately, we just didn't have the resources to get back in the game. And he actually negates his own card to win. It's pretty cool, actually. So we will hang around and wait for that. But you can see me desperately trying to get Rod back, trying to just reoccur my resources and actually make plays. But Pendulum Magicians are very consistent. One thing they do very well is just, once they're set up, they just go. They just roll. And here's where he's going to negate his own card, because the Clear Wing will gain the attack of the Supreme Clear Wing. So yeah, the baby Clear Wing was actually the threat all along. Big sad. I wish I attacked this the turn before instead of the Fusion. But yeah, he still didn't use this card. Look, if he read Timebreaker, he could have outed it. But I don't think he ever read his own card. He also shouldn't be playing that card, but whatever. Alright, second last replay. We can see Rod, Kaiser Coliseum, and all the setup for Dark Magician. Just no Dark Magician. Luckily, we're playing second. Maybe we'll draw it. No, we drew the wrong one. Luckily for us, Magician's Rod has this crazy effect where it can grab Soul Servant. Soul Servant has this crazy effect where you can chain it to your circle. Now we can grab the missing piece. For once, our hand had all the pieces of the Dark Magician Banish combo. The Circle, the Eternal Soul, and now finally, the Dark Magician. You love to see it. Alright, cool. So we've got all the pieces of the puzzle. We've even got Kaiser Colosseum. Our opponent's got a set card. I'm not even going to attack it because I just don't know what I'm versing. I thought maybe Blue Eyes. I thought maybe Tri-Brigade. I thought maybe he's just brick playing Alistair and it's like a hand trap. You know, invoked hand trap .deck. So we actually find out, and I was surprised, it's Tri-Brigade. So he tribute summons Driver to get the kit effect and obviously to play around Kaiser Colosseum, maybe? I don't know why he's not just playing Almirage though. Because Tribute Summon Driver seemed a bit unnecessary. He is going to beat into Artemis, or attempt to, so he can then summon a little more under, get rid of like the Kaiser Colosseum lock. So yeah, I'm just going to say big no to that. Rod is going to tribute the Artemis away anyway, and I'm going to summon Dark Magician, Trigger Circle, Banish the Driver. Now all Gammas he has are dead. That's cool. You think with a hand like this we would have game? I'm pretty sure he ashes this. I was going to go for Secrets, which I'm pretty sure would have given us game with Monster Reborn, which would have been nice, but can't have nice things, apparently. We get ashed. So we're going to link away into Link Spider here. And this is where I believe our opponent drops the Max C. Little bit of a problem. If we had Secrets, I would have just pushed for game. Oh, ironically, we grabbed it there. We got it off Soul Servant. But at that point, I'd already went, you know what? I can just set this and fuse on his turn and like still get all the benefits. It's just not worth it anymore, in my opinion. So yeah. Little bit of a funny turn, but maybe I did still have game there, because I could have gone summon Dark Magician, Monster Reborn, summon something, then Secrets. I think we still had game there, actually. Yeah, bit silly by me. Probably should have pushed for game. Anyway, let's fast forward through. We're going to summon Dark Magician and use Circle to banish the Fractal, just so he cannot do anything to do with Tri-Brigade summoning Omen. We don't want him to banish Eternal Soul, so we're going to Chain Link 4 on our own turn. I know we have Kaiser Colosseum, but we can't really afford to play around it anymore. We just have too many effects going off. Unfortunately, I missed one of these. I should have done Salvation on a new chain. Or, sorry, Rod on a new chain. One of the two. I forget which one. And then that would have resolved properly, but unfortunately, I fucked that up. It's not the biggest deal. It just meant I would have had a Dark Magician girl on the field. An extra body. But that's fine, because he board wipes me here anyway. And the Dark Magicians will actually just summon out that Dark Magician girl and Dark Magician anyway. So, to top that all off, it didn't really matter that I fucked it up anyway. So, cool. We do draw Skill Drain for turn. And if you look at my hand, Eternal Soul plus Skill Drain just guarantees this game is over. This game is done. There's nothing more to be said. Here's a little misplay by me. I have 3 monsters on the field, right? So, Kaiser Colosseum, Tri-Brigade, Revolt cannot activate. Well, it can, but he can't summon 4, and he wants to summon 4. He wants to summon Omen. So, I should have just swing for game with a bunch of these guys, right? Well, you would think so, but I had other ideas. I was like, I'm gonna stack Mahad. Like the idiot I am. Now I have 4 monsters. Now I have 4 monsters, so he can just activate Revolt, summon 4 dudes, summon Omen. Banish one of my cards, get 17 searches. Holy fuck, all in one trap cards fucking play. Soul Charge on steroids, honestly. And this isn't even the problem in TCG anymore. We don't even deal with Revolt anymore. It's crazy. This card's just fallen out of the meta and it's still a crazy card. Absolutely nuts. So he's going to banish Mahad. Because Mahad did out the Omen, it has the effect when it battles a Dark double its attack and whatnot. But that's okay. We do have Celine here, who is going to summon back Dark Magician. This should have been Dark Magician Girl, so that then I could have summoned Dark Magician in the spot where she is in attack mode. It's not the biggest deal. We do get to link into I'm Doc, which that means we got an extra banish. It's not that relevant for now. But anyway, access code's going to banish Link Spider, pop Omen. We're going to swing for close to lethal, but not quite. And we're going to have to pass it there. The Twin Twisters scared me. I was like, if he Twin Twisters Skill Drain Eternal Soul, like, this game's over. Nope, he went for the face-ups. Unfortunately, they were not the problem cards that he didn't know about. So, you know, can't play around everything. But here it is. He banishes 4 to summon Omen. Skills in the chat. Can we get some skills in the chat, baby? We're going to add Rod back to the hand because in the end phase of this turn, doesn't matter what he does, we can Eternal Soul, summon Dark Magician, chain that, not chain, on a new chain, activate Salvation, target Dark Magician, special Dark Magician Girl, which is exactly what we're doing. Look at our hand, we're cracked. He's not playing. Game's over. GG. Alright, we got one last game coming up. We've got the Circle and the Soul Servant. Stackery dackery. You do love to see that. Works out pretty well. Grabbing that Salvation. So you can see we've got all the parts in our hand to make the standard Dark Magician, Circle, Banish, Eternal Soul loop combo, if you want to call it that. We've got all the cards to make that happen. You do love to see that. It's really nice. We are kind of lacking random other cards, but there you go. Magician Souls grabs us into Nibiru. That's really nice for backup. And Soul Servant Banish is going to grab us Rod, which we stacked with our other copy of Soul Servant. Rod is going to grab our third copy of Soul Servant, and that's so we have follow-up next turn, so we can actually do something with that. Because we already have Circle, Eternal Soul, and Secrets, there's no point grabbing Bonds because we don't have Dark Magician. So just Soul Servant because it doubles up as a card to, like, I can set it now and stack, and then on my next turn I can pick my draw, and then I can banish and draw eventually. It just seemed like the right option. There was nothing left to go for, really. So yeah, we're being chilling. Now we're versing Dragonmaid once again. He has summoned a Dragonmaid off Hospitality. So we're just going to go for the immediate Circle Banish, because sometimes that's all you need to do. If he doesn't have any plays here, we're good. Which, that was a weird play to start with, so I figured he didn't have other plays. And we're going to change Secrets here. Dark Magician and Souls is going to become the Dark Magicians. Even if he doesn't activate a spell trap, we've got the Soul Servant that I set on purpose, so we can get that draw. So not only are we going to stack Magician Souls here, we're also going to draw it for free, but he ashes that. Really strange, because like we're just going to draw it for turn now. So that was a really weird ash on his behalf, especially considering we're about to draw with Soul Servant for at least 2 to 3. Very strange by him. Let's just speed this up a bit. Cool, Magician Souls is going to send Mahad. You might think that's kind of weird, right? Why would I send Mahad? Well, you're about to find out. Summon Dark Magician, trigger Circle, banish the Tidying, goodbye, don't have to deal with that. Magician's Rod, normal summon, grab Bonds, activate Bonds, you know what it does, baby. Special Dark Magician Girl, set Dark Burning Magic, banish Soul Servant, draw 3. Apprentice Illusion Magician is drawn and summoned by discarding a big rocky boy. The opponent scoops. They ain't living through that many monsters, baby. Let's freaking go. That's all I got for you here today, guys, but thank you for watching my replays. Hopefully I grind up and hit Plat once again, and then we can try to push for Diamond. I'm pretty excited. If you've seen my latest videos, you'll notice I have an Illusion of Chaos from the new Dark Magician Battles of Chaos set. It's so awesome, and I can't wait to get my next ones. If you haven't seen those, please go and watch those. Go check those out. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I make a lot of Dark Magician and Master Duel content, and I'd love to be pals with all of you. So hit that subscribe button, and let's get gaming. But for now, farewell.